is so exciting. I forgot how freaking amazing you were at art, bro.
Dude, I've been doing it for a while. I'm 31 now.
Ain't no way, Con.
I'm old man. Old man, man. I've been working hard for this.
Bro,
Everyone who said, "Oh yeah, go to business school. Artists don't make money." It's like, what?
bro, artists
I
don't
got a
make
dream
money.
job right now. Wait until we talk about this.
Yes,
I'm gonna
bro.
tell you what kind of opportunities, and even going back to school, doing art, what opportunity kind of gave me when COVID hit.
For
Because,
sure.
dude, I was in the trenches, not knowing what I wanted to do.
It's crazy.
Dude,
Hello, 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 good people, and welcome to Art Therapy. Man, it's a beautiful day that God has blessed us with, and I'm honored to introduce to y'all Ryan, that Chico, Delgado. Say what's up, Ryan.
how you doing, guys? Everyone, my boy. It's been a long time in the making to
Yeah,
do this.
100%, man. So, I met Ryan at a mutual friend of ours, Dr. Funkenstein's Acrylics. He's this awesome dude that hosts these rooftop parties for artists to be able to network and just share their artwork and sell their artwork. He's a really awesome guy.
For sure.
And I met Ryan just there at a spur of the moment, just being blown away that I'm seeing the quality of art at this rooftop party. So yeah, man, I wanted to get him on last season. We only had 4 slots, but now we have so much more, and just really, really happy that he could make it.
Well, I mean, it was like two artists just admiring each other's work. It was like, I like your work. I like yours too. Let's talk. So it was definitely mutual. And, seeing your work and trying to incorporate a little bit of everybody's work to your own palette and forte. At the end of the day, like, good artists borrow, but great artists steal. So we're all like picking at each other's work
Right.
and trying to figure out our own path to this. So it's a blessing, and it's super awesome that you have me here. In front of everybody. This is kind of insane. I'm not used to this. I'm more quiet in my corner, work on my artwork ever since
Yeah.
a kid. You know, but yeah, it's awesome to be here.
Yeah,
For sure.
man. One thing about me, I love me, my introverts, bro. We're not gonna be introverted for very long.
Yeah, well, we're forced to as artists.
Yeah, you gotta
like
get out there.
you gotta sell your work. You gotta mingle with the people. So like we're so used to being in our little
Bubbles,
turtle
yeah.
shell and just little hobbits in the corner. But so now it's time to kind of like shine.
Absolutely. Yeah, networking is 100% king. I ain't even from Miami. I'm from Broward County. You're not even from
I'm
Miami.
from Palm Beach County. All right, I'm from Wellington. Um, very rural, very comfortable area. I got my dogs.
Yeah.
My family, and yeah, and then seeing the city stuff. I'm like, wait,
Whole different world.
dude, I've traveled to New York and Chicago, and that blew my mind. But even Miami still holds that, like,
It takes the cake.
this temperature and this heat, and then the movement of people. It's like, oh, dude, this is a different wavelength from what I'm used to.
Yeah, 100%. Miami's a completely different beast because you could spend a year exploring Miami, you wouldn't see all of it.
No, yeah,
Well,
it's like New York, dude.
Yeah, 100%. I've never been, bro. I want to be.
Look, I went for pretty much a sports memorabilia car collection, you name it.
Yeah.
And dude, I was just on one part of New York. I wasn't even out there like the Bronx or like Harlem. No, I was in Manhattan, and I was
Yeah.
like, this is ridiculous. I'm a Florida boy. Like,
Yeah.
I stick out like a sore thumb. I'm using GPS to walk everywhere. Like, dude, it's awesome, and getting to see some of these sculptures and little monuments over there, it's insane. And I was there for 3-4 days the most. And I was like, man, I would love to go back, but like, dude, after a week, I'm like, yo, send me back. Send
Yeah,
me back
bro.
to Florida. I'll deal with that that bad temperature and more of a country thing, dude.
Yeah, no, it's like we're choosing the thing that we're more certain with. I want to say the evil that you know. I ain't gonna call our little spot evil, but damn, like I went to Chicago, I think it was last month, and it's like I'm used to the insanity of Miami drivers, bro.
Yeah, that was
But
a
like
different
in
level.
Chicago, like especially around the Bean, They're trying to take your head off, bro. Like they can smell the weakness in how
Yeah,
you drive,
yeah,
and they're like,
for
"I
sure.
know you're a coward, and I'm going to cut you off. And
I'm
there's
gonna
nothing
do
you're
what I
gonna
want,
do.
dude. Yeah.
You're not gonna do nothing about it. I'm not gonna use no turn signals. Wait there, you're my son now."
But at the end of the day, it's like we deal with that in Florida, like
Yeah.
Miami, anywhere in the city of Florida. I mean, it's so mass populated. Everybody comes to us for vacation. So
Right.
regardless, we're getting Chicago drivers, New York, Illinois, South Carolina. I saw a New Mexico one. I'm like, what are you doing over here?
That's
Like,
great. It's like a melting pot of the
yeah,
world's worst
exactly.
drivers to just come together,
Dude, it's the accident capital of the world.
bro.
There's not one car that doesn't have a ding, tear, flick on their windshield. You
Yeah,
name it.
it's the worst. Even when you're not at fault, bro. Man, our insurance rates, Lord,
Oh,
free
dude,
us.
don't get me started.
Let's talk about something more hopeful, bro.
Yeah.
Let's talk about let's talk about your creative practice, bro. So tell us a little bit about what you do, man.
So I specialize in oil painting, printmaking, illustration, watercolor, anything I can get my hands on. I try to learn. My dad taught me the more tools you have in your tool chest, the more knowledgeable and the better you are off.
Right.
And it's only created my craft to what it is now. From I never used to oil paint. I was like really good at watercolor, color pencils. I got good that way with like realism, and
Yeah.
then I understood color theory from that. So like
Okay.
that build up to like me getting a apprentice job, more like becoming a real job with a master artist during art school, where she taught me oil painting, but I was good at the fundamentals of drawing. That oil painting was just like took me 3 months to come up with that one took me 3 months, like starting into oil painting. It took me longer, don't get me wrong.
So
It
this
took
is
me
one of your
hours, but
first oil paintings.
that one right there, and I have another one at home that's like a skull and a tea kettle. Those were my first two oil paintings
Wow,
from the get-go. Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, dude. Anything I go into, it's either 100% or get out. It's like that's how you kind of got to do this, especially if you want to be good,
Right.
or you want to be able to sell your work and make that a living. You have to sell your work by being social, and now I'm starting to get used to that, like
Yeah.
being more of a butterfly than anything. But then also, you have to be aggressive of like the drive to put out work. I played sports. I do jujitsu, combat jujitsu, and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and actually compete. And dude, that carries over to like your work because you're dedicated. You have a routine. I like to be a night owl and work late night because that's when everything's quiet. Like all the voices or daily stuff is just gone.
Right.
So yeah, it's been 3 years though, like constantly from a kid drawing in my dad's like engineering books, and he would give me them and just be like, go ahead, like
Yeah.
mijo, like why'd you draw on that one, but all right.
Yeah.
So they having that good support system too, it definitely made me want to continue creating. And it's insane kind of seeing my process of from scribble scrabbles to, I mean, high school I was doing like realism portraits of like actors, Biggie, Tupac, you name it. I
Yeah.
would do those, and just became an obsession. That's the word I was thinking for.
Yes.
A real deep obsession of like not just wanting to make it in art, but actually being good and known for, hey, I know that kid from elementary school, and that kid used to draw constantly. And still to this day, even at high school, like, oh, we knew he was going to do art. Like, he's been doing this.
Amazing.
So it's insane, man. And, getting to meet people that are artists, I mean, it just inspires you more and more. Because when you see someone else's work,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm slacking. I got to go back to the lab and just work.
100%, man. Like, there's a lot of artists that I admire that do artwork that is very much different from what I do. But seeing that the positions that they get through their hard work and discipline, it shows me like, dang, like this is what I can achieve if I just keep going hard and if I just continue to, as you said, make a routine, right? Because we're only as good as the systems that we employ. Like I'm such a
dude.
freaking like leaf in the wind sometimes. I'm so go with the flow, but it's like that can only get you so far.
Yeah, that gets you stuck in the middle of traffic. It's not like you're making moves to weave in and out and get forward,
Yeah.
you kind of, if you pick up that mentality later on, you're like, oh, I'm more, I'll get to it.
Exactly.
And mind you, I'm a procrastinator. Don't get let me put it this way. My dad told me, when are you going to get that varnish or I get it front? I varnished it today, and it's been months. Okay?
Yeah, I
Like,
remember.
it's just busy schedule.
Weren't you
trying to
working
get
on that
things
one
done.
when we met?
Dude, I've been working on that piece specifically for, I would say, close to like almost a year. And that's just figuring out what I wanted to do with it. Because I had the figures, I just didn't have the right background.
Right.
And I didn't want to clutter all the detail that's already on there. I didn't want to clutter it and then be like, oh, he just put a background. You know, that kills it. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes, like, a lot of my projects, I don't finish it just because the thoughts are too scrambled what I want to do where it's not clear.
Right.
And then I kind of take a break from it or put it to the side, and then I'll pull it out later and then be like, I already know what I'll go straight to that painting.
Yeah.
And just continuously working on it. But I'm a very scatterbrained type of artist, especially because I'm young. I go to different paintings because my brain is just like, get this idea down before you completely forget it.
Right.
You know, and once you start kind of like setting up that you have a whole bunch of projects, you're like, there's no way I can't be busy. I have so much like finished / unfinished stuff where I'm like, I'm happy with it, but you know, there needs to be, I'm not content with it where I frame it. And then once it's framed, it's like,
Yeah, that's it.
It's done.
Yeah.
The frame is the finishing chef's kiss to the work. And you know, like sometimes it's hard because as artists, we constantly look at things to change.
Yeah.
You're not happy, and then you take it to a show and they see it, and then they're like, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" And you're just like, it's not
like,
done.
it could be a little bit better.
It could be better. And it's like,
Right.
but that's because you're looking at it every day, every
Right.
moment, every second, so that you start becoming that level of not satisfied with it. But you know, now I'm starting to accept. You know, sometimes it's good to let go. Let it go.
Right. Yeah.
It's finished. It's
And
done.
just
Frame it.
accept the
Get it out the
praise.
way, dude.
100%.
You know? Yeah, I'm horrible with that. I'm horrible with that.
Yeah, no, like I have so many unfinished pieces at the crib, and I appreciate that you can go from these unfinished works and just get right back into it because my artwork is very much tied to like my emotional state, right? So
100%. For
it
sure.
feels like when I move on from a project, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna finish this later. Like I don't even feel that same way.
It's like
anymore.
a breakup. Dude,
Yeah.
you're just trying to like go through the motions and go back to your normal routine, and you're just like, it's done. What do I do from
and
this?
it's like it's not even like a breakup. It's like when you tell somebody like, "Oh, we're going on break," but what the hell is a break
Bro.
if not a breakup?
a break is it's the root word of breakup.
Exactly,
A break
bro.
means I can't stand this no more.
I gotta
need
get
to
away
go.
from you.
Yeah, like
Right.
end it. Yeah.
And then when I come back, like I've already done some development like internally.
Yeah.
To where like, okay, like I'm not coping or like dealing with my thing through this piece anymore. So it feels like, okay, do I have to do something to get myself back into the same emotional state? Or do I use what I've learned to continue it? You know what I mean?
So what I figured out that kind of works with me is when I finish a piece, like, you know, I got a whole bunch of scattered unfinished ones, but when I finish a piece, I give myself like a week to just not do any type of artwork.
Yeah.
Hang out with my girlfriend, go out, just hang out with my parents, you know, anything other than
Didn't work on art.
than working on it, because I know if I start working on something and that's in my view, I'm gonna just I'm just gonna go back to it. So like
Yeah.
I'll give myself the week, or even sometimes, you know, I may not paint, but I'll doodle just to get some creative ideas out the way, so that I'm not painting and thinking about it.
Yeah.
And you know, it helps, but I mean, you know, once you're obsessed and you're like an addict to this, it's like, oh, well, I need my fix. I need to.
100%, man. And it's like when there's like a piece that like I'm like, this is what I need to complete. Until it's done, I'm going to be out of whack, man.
Yeah.
Like there's so many people that I was supposed to work on something with, but it's like until I can overcome, not even overcome, because that's not the word I want to use when I have a relationship with my art, but until I feel like I've resolved this piece, I can't focus on nothing.
Nothing else. Yeah. That's the only thing that matters.
That's the only thing that matters. Like I just had this commission, right? This awesome woman named Carol Tetti. Shout out you if you're watching
Shout
this
out, Carol.
somehow. Shout out Carol, man.
Yeah, shout out.
So Carol wanted a magenta art piece, and I don't know if I told you, but I'm colorblind.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind when I see your work. I'm like, this dude's colorblind? Are you sure? Are you
Bro,
Are you messing with me?
do you
'Cause
understand
it's
how
phenomenal.
hard?
It's phenomenal work. It's beautiful. The colors. I mean, the contrast, the saturation. Like, I get it. You know, when we have like handicaps, we adapt and we're
Yeah.
able to learn. But at the same time, it's still like, it's insane. It's like a superpower. I'm like, damn, he don't got color and he's still good. He's dropping bombs here.
Thank you, man. The misconception is that I cannot see color. I can see color. The better word to use is color confused, right? So it's like every color on the wheel, I can confuse for two other colors. The only color I straight up cannot see is mint green. I will always see that wrong. The only
love
color
that
that I
green.
will
What do you see
always
it
see,
as?
I don't.
Do you see it as like a white?
It's either
Like-
white
or
or
like
it's like a off-white or it's like a beige or something like that. But
It
I
may work
just
to your advantage. Well, it does work to your advantage. I mean,
somehow
it
everyone's
works
like,
to your
"Oh, so-"
advantage, dude.
Thank you.
Come on, man. Give yourself some credit, because, hey, man, it works to your advantage. And a lot of people would just be like, I'm colorblind. I'm not gonna create.
Yeah.
No, you beat that. You were like, no, I still got that itch.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out. I actually found out how colorblind I was through making artwork, but it kind of helps train my eyes to have a better relationship with art. Like the more I play around with these color palettes, the better I can interact with these colors on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I have to figure out what the hell magenta is.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to look at the bottle and look at the name and be
Ex-
like, I trust
exactly,
this.
exactly. And it's like it's not even what everyone else is telling me, man. And it's like I get this magenta bottle after losing my mind, pulling my hair out, trying to make magenta for 2 months.
Did you YouTube it?
How am I gonna YouTube it if I
Dude.
can't see it?
Well, bro, they'll tell you the colors. They're
Bro.
gonna say, hey, use this and use that, and then mix it up.
Okay, yeah, but
Dude,
it's
I
like,
YouTube everything.
but it's like color math though, because it's like you would have to get like the amount
right
of drops.
amount to have that like deep, like how yours works from deep, and then it works lightly and gentle
Exactly.
and smooth.
However,
Right.
if I mess up that balance even a little bit, I will not be able to remake that color. Which is why I hate making my gradients out of acrylic now. Now
Have you
I
tried?
use
You use
spray
cans.
paint.
There you
A
go.
water-based spray paint. Shout out to the guys at the Montana store, specifically
Montana,
Gaming.
thank you.
Yeah, bro, he taught me how to make these gradients out of spray paint, and I just refuse to look back unless a commissionee specifically asks for acrylic paint, in which I die a little
Yeah,
bit
but-
inside. But
Hey, wait.
figure it out.
They don't gotta know. They don't gotta know.
It's because I asked.
If it looks like it is what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
They're not gonna ask you, oh, did you use this specific acrylic? No, they're
Yeah.
gonna say, damn, that's beautiful.
Exactly.
It's not gonna matter.
I'm done asking, bro.
Don't,
like-
yeah. Well, look, this is what drives me crazy when someone asks for, hey, put your artistic spin on it. Wait a minute. Let's discuss this, because when you're asking for a specific commission piece, my artistic twist is completely different from your perception.
Right.
So I have a specific style. I do very Renaissance realism style, or mix with, some type of illustration, little mix of everything.
Right.
You may not want that. You may want some abstract piece that half of your face has 3 eyes, the other one has 2 noses, one like I have to adjust. So like any commissions, please be specific to the bone. But honestly, like we're the artists. We are creating something that you would like, or something that appeals to us to the point where we're satisfied and say, I can sell this to someone.
Right. And the idea is they came to us because they trust artistic vision.
Exactly.
So it's like that's the case 95% of the time. Like where it's like, oh yeah, I love what you do. Here's some vague colors. Do whatever you want. I'm like,
Yeah.
hallelujah, thank you for just letting me ball how I ball. Right? And then I'll get someone who approaches me. It's like, oh, can you paint me like a sunset? Nah, fam.
No. Yeah. We graduated from those. I used to draw people artwork and like tattoos and stuff when I used
Yeah.
to go to Florida Memorial right here in Miami Gardens. When I used to go there, like Anytime we needed like extra food money, bus money, I would literally draw people's. Hey man, I need a tattoo and this and that. Can you draw it up? Yeah, swing by the library at this time when I get out of class. I'll have it done for you.
Dope.
They would go get it tattooed in the room. Oh, bro, look at this. And it started becoming that Chico. Hey, that Chico can draw. Yeah, he's from Palm Beach County. He's not from here.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, getting those commissions that they trust your abilities. Oh, it's
Yeah.
a blessing. But then you get some that like, I'm like, okay, well, you create the art at this point,
Right.
Obviously, my artistic skills are not hitting your thought process, so I
Yeah.
can't,
I
don't know what
can't
to
do
do.
this, right? Like, it makes me feel like, am I the only artist you know to where you're asking me to do this? Because there's some other artists that'll probably be way more qualified to do what you're asking.
Right.
But I am an abstract artist. You are a oil painting, like realist
Realism,
artist.
yeah.
So it's like they're not gonna come to you ask for abstract. They're not gonna come to me and ask for realism.
But it's not bad when you do get those people that want to see you kind of like expand your palette of
Right.
like, okay, try an abstract and then add your touch of realism to it.
That's
like,
real.
Like Dolly. Dolly would have some realistic, but then abstract melting clocks. Like the clocks are
Yeah.
beautiful, but then they, it's a
Yeah,
different.
he's surrealist, and I feel like surrealism
Yeah.
is the perfect blend between abstract and realism.
Yeah, for
Honestly,
sure.
I'd be open to trying it. I just gotta like practice drawing a lot more. But
Yeah, dude.
it's a beautiful art form, honestly.
It's just different,
It-
and
yeah.
different it sells. Different is what make people say, "Ooh, I like that."
Yeah.
Like that's our goal is for someone to say, "Oh, that's completely different than everybody around us." Because now art is, so it's becoming super saturated, and it's just some people like, no offense to the people, but they're just throwing paint, and I'm like, that's it, like no, like nothing else, and
Yeah.
it's their own style, but it's not enough sometimes. It's just
When it comes to the people that throw paint, shout out to the pour painters out there.
now the cool. I love when they throw the
You like
can
pour
and
painters? Yeah.
That's
I know
awesome,
some
yeah.
pretty damn good pour painters, man. But it's like you can tell when there's intention behind something.
Yeah.
And when this is just something that
It's
you do to
just
get money.
go viral.
Yeah.
Go viral. You know me for throwing this paint. I jumped on a trampoline with a pencil and went like this. Like, dude, that kills me. It kills me, dude. It kills me because I'm like, I'm putting hours. I'm putting
Right.
50 to 200, 400 hours within work. And then it's like,
Someone just knows how to
damn,
make
this
a
guy
really
just
nice
jumped-
reel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like, dude, I'm horrible. Like, as an artist, I'm so like shy from the camera.
Yeah.
I don't even like recording when I'm working because it's like it takes me out of the loop of what I'm doing, and then I'm like, oh, there's a camera recording. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be perfect, and it's like, dude, you don't have to record the process, but now since social media is how you get your artwork out or other platforms,
Right.
you got to show everything.
Yeah, man. Content is definitely king.
it
But
is.
there are ways for us to do it without it being like super jarring. Like the idea is, well, the idea that I have now. Listen, y'all, I'm gonna start making content. I swear. Bear with me. Wait till my residency starts at Bailey Arts
There
in
you go.
October.
Hell yeah.
Then I will start making content. Right now, I'm just too much going on. I will get to y'all. But the idea that I had is like, okay, like just setting up my tripod somewhere while I paint, letting it just go for like however long I'm painting, and just let that be B-roll, right? Like every time you're in the studio, just set the tripod up somewhere, get a good angle, let it be B-roll, and either just put some nice music on or it's just like rant. You
Dude,
feel me?
I'm still bad at that. I'm horrible. Dude, I'm a 90s baby.
Bruh.
We're not good with that. Well, some people are.
Bro,
I'm
throwing
just
up the tripod, it ain't rocket
Dude.
science.
dude, I put my headphones on and just disappear. Like
That's
that's
real.
the thing. Like, and it's weird, but shout out to my girlfriend out here,
Shout
Kayla.
out.
Love you. She's more of my management with
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
She's so good at making basic reels, basic little like 2-second photo, 5. She'll make this reel, and I'm like, that could be the advertisement for the company. I can't do that. Like, I don't know what to do with this and that. I'm like, still doing like boomerangs and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is horrible. Like, someone take this phone away from me. Like,
Right.
they could do that. I'm just so like stuck into the art, like very old school, like, Pablo Picasso, Caravaggio, they didn't have a tripod stand.
Yeah.
Like that's my like vibe is no electronics. Just put your favorite song on,
And just
let it
immerse
shuffle,
yourself.
and immerse yourself, and nothing else matters. The
Right.
problems of the day, finishing being sore at the gym, whatever, it does not matter. This is be in the moment.
Right.
You know, it's hard, dude. You know,
It's definitely hard, and it's like a testament to like how great the people, well, the greats of way back when were, like Picasso, Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo's phenomenal, dude.
It's like they had to find a way to be these phenomenons without the social media age. Like also the fact that
Right.
there will never be another Michael Jackson.
Well, there was
Right.
a lot of like history going on and like monumental moments that are going on. So like, you know, they kind of also have to adapt to that too. So like, you know, like with Frida Kahlo, you know, she has those like she's like Mother Nature, I always call her, because she's just one with the nature. I mean, she had animals. Like she used that to her, and then you know she had a movement
Yeah.
for the people, and you know her husband Diego Rivera, like
Yeah.
also having the influence of a partner that's artistic is like, dude, your art can only get better.
Yeah.
It's like that's prime time art. You're gonna drop, you know, heavy hitters that you know go for like 13.6 million now, and you know they're not even alive, and it's like.
Yeah.
Someone wants that work. It's that good.
Someone
it's
needs that work.
someone needs it, and it stands the test of time. It's a classic. It's like
Yeah.
a good album. Like you hear that, and you're like, I can listen to this any day, anytime, anywhere,
Any
and
year.
still be any year, and still be like, no one has the 808s like that. No
Yeah,
one
yeah,
has
yeah,
this.
yeah.
No one has lyrics like that, or good at storytelling, and you know, it's hard, man.
But I want to go back to the point that you made about history being, well, kind of just happening around her time. But it's like history is always happening.
It's always
though.
happening, yeah.
Like there's history happening right now. You
Yep.
feel me? So it's like we're gonna have to find a way to kind of emulate that through the art. And it's like I don't want to start making political stuff, man. But it's like
Why, dude?
what we're making subconsciously is a reaction to the world around us.
But this is the thing. It's like even during hard times, you know, and war or whatever, that's when artwork and expression is the highest.
Yeah.
You know, when there's turmoil, like when someone paints pictures of conflict or, you know, different cultures, like it's important that you also recognize the patterns of history and how they reoccur and repeat themselves. They didn't say that quote, history repeats itself. Like,
Yeah.
for no reason.
Right.
It does. So, you know, you see that today. History is repeating itself over and over again to the point where we all have a voice because of social media,
Right.
but we're also able to express our artwork and show everybody, you know, I do different facets of things, or like I'm different.
Right.
So, you know, it's important to have like history and understand it and learn about the throwback, the Dr. J's of art, and like, you
Yeah.
know, it's important, dude. And, you know, and studying those people. And, you know, my boss, she's 86. She told me if you can replicate an old painting, that style, to a T, there's no other way that you can't make your own style because you're
Yeah.
able to do what the masters did. And when you're at that point, your creative level is just
Yeah.
it surpasses everything. And you know, like it's insane to kind of see like, you know, what I would draw before. I was like, when I was a kid, I would draw cars, and I mean engine bay, everything, and I mean detailed. Like
Yeah.
my dad was an engineer, so like all his cool, you know, French curves, the rulers. I would always go to his office and get pens, marker. He would bring them home, and you know, like that became like, okay, let's work on things that we see and let's create that, and let's
Right.
get good at art, not just from memory, but also using your references. And you know, it's a super cool process to see like, okay, I started off here, then I did like Japanese tattoos because
Yeah.
the drawings are very basic but very detailed, and then it started going into more of realism. You know, I had a problem drawing hands and feet. I would just like draw half of the body. Even sometimes, like I can draw them now with no problem, but
Yeah.
like sometimes I just I'm like, I cut the person in half, and it's like, I like it that way. You
Yeah.
know, like I want it to be more of a portrait and just like a headshot.
Right.
But yeah, it's insane to see like your history of like how even you change and your ideas of art or like what path you went through, because everybody has a different path in art. It's not, the same thing.
Yeah, and it's like because I'm an abstract artist, like it's very interesting when people say that they can see like my growth in my art because it's like how do I put this? It's just all feelings, you know what I mean? It's just all patterns. It's just all it's not even symmetrical. It's just feelings.
Yeah, but see, this is what I see. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you from being a realism artist and
Okay.
seeing graffiti and
Let's let the
doing
people
everything.
see it too.
So yeah, let's show this to the audience. So I'm just gonna go right here.
Leave it
If
there.
you look, I mean, there's movement.
Yeah.
The color tones even move from up to or from down, from the top. It moves to the bottom, and it's also that deep saturated green. That's like my favorite color, green. So
Yeah.
good job.
Thanks.
Good job. You definitely did a good job. But you see how he uses the different highlights and different positions to where it constantly moves your eye around here. So the more your eye moves around the painting, you start noticing the little details from the drips that go through each layer. The way he implies different colors in different spots to bring warmth or cool to those areas. It's important to understand that. And, dude, you're nailing it. I mean, I don't know if it's finished. Is it finished?
Not
No,
even
of course not, which is fine. But you can see from how it's progressing, he sees movement. He understands getting someone's eye to move around a canvas. And that's important, dude. It's phenomenal. I can't wait to see the finished product and collab with different ideas, dude.
Yeah.
It's
100%, bro.
insane.
I can't wait to work with you for real.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be insane.
It's gonna be insane. Honestly, like I want to be a more educated artist because everything I do is just based off of intuition.
Right.
As I was saying, like going with the flow. And it's like, yeah, with the flow has gotten me this far, but it's like
How far will it get you?
exactly
Without the like tools, knowledge, like little wisdom.
Exactly.
You could get the wisdom from other artists. It's like learning on the job. You can get that, but like if you did have like the knowledge behind it before you entered that, you would be like, oh, let me go
Exactly.
through that highway. Let me move left and right. I got some I got some momentum.
right.
But dude, even then, learning it that way as well, like naturally, is also phenomenal. Because some of the other artists, like, yeah, they have schooling and stuff, but sometimes those natural born artists that were born to create, their flow is just they have it.
Oh man.
And dude, you got it, man. It's insane. The color wave is, dude.
Thank you.
I might have to buy that piece from you, buddy.
Thank you, bro.
If it's not if it's for sale, I'll definitely grab this and do a little collab with it too.
Yo, I mean, I'm really open to that. Fortunately and unfortunately.
Well, even if you make another one.
Yeah. I mean,
we
it's
got
like,
plenty of time to create different ones and add more.
The growth. I just want to make sure that I grow with every piece from here on out. But
Yes.
this piece is actually a commission.
Nice.
My cousin, he has a brand, so he wants me to put his logo right in the middle of this, and I wanted to
nice.
spend as much time just making a color palette that would complement it as much as possible.
Nice.
Because I do want to get. I don't want to become a commercial artist, but I do want to make some commercial work to where like I can work with brands and they'll be like, "Hey, I love your style. Can you design something for us?" Whether it be like labels, whether it be like artistic logos, something like that. So this is really like my experiment with that. But I just had to figure out how am I gonna push myself. And now that I push myself, I'm so in love with it that a part of me doesn't want to put his logo on it. But it's like I must.
Right, and that's the sad thing with commissions.
Yeah.
Like we can't keep them; they gotta go.
They gotta
Like,
go.
We gotta let go. We gotta break up from our artwork, which is like they said, it's part of the process.
Yeah.
It's part of understanding. Like, oh, I did good. I did real good on this piece.
Yeah.
My next one's gonna be way better.
Way
the
better.
expectations gonna be way higher. So it's good to let go so that you can grow from it and get that push for the next bigger piece. Go
Right.
for half a wall, a big wood palette. Like it always pushes you to go bigger. And even if you go back to the little stuff, it's not. Sometimes little pieces. I mean, dude, the Mona Lisa's yay high. It's not big. It's tiny. I'm
Really?
thinking of my whole life. I'm thinking it was this big, like 24 by 36, 48 by 60. Dude, it's like a 11 by 17 or like a
That's
9 by
so
12.
crazy.
It's not fair. It's that good, this small. There's nothing wrong with making small pieces, but it's how impactful that piece is.
It's about how you use the space.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
And not to clutter it or make it suffocate the main, figure in the piece. Sometimes less is more.
Right.
Sometimes more is, kills it. Sometimes you're like, oh man, you added so much in the background, like the figure doesn't even matter no more. The main
Exactly.
subject or the
Yeah.
theme of the painting just disappears. But yeah, dude, what you do is, I mean, it's your own style. You can't replicate it. You only can learn from it. That's how I think of it. Is maybe you can't replicate my work, but you can learn from it and say, oh, like that's how he goes by his process. 'Cause,
Yeah.
a lot of people will go straight painting with the brush like instantly. I take it back to illustration ways that I know I'm best. I trust myself enough to just use a Sharpie and draw from there, draw lines, get it.
Yeah.
And then I can,
Just work
it's
from there.
oil paint. You're going to do layer after layer after layer. So, it doesn't matter how it looks in the beginning. Just know that the figure's there, the space is there, the ideas are there. And then you can kind of go about your process.
100%. This show is kind of an excuse for me to be able to talk to artists and just absorb their creative energy.
Dude, that's what I look for. Unfortunately, like where I live in the area I am, it's not an artsy place. It's the equestrian capital of the world. There's nothing but horses. I mean, I got my training facility like 1.2 miles away from me. I got this, that, but there's no like arts in Wellington. It's very, cut dry.
Yeah.
And, that's the one thing where, like, the city is a plus because, like, even Palm Beach, like, West Palm, it has an art scene, but it's not as big as, like, Miami,
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, like the Thrive Art District, Wynwood, like, walk out here. There's nothing but art out there.
Right.
And, now it's like, when I go back, I'm like, oh, there's no art. I mean, I love being that, it's very secluded, very out west,
Very
more
quiet.
comfortable and
Yeah.
quiet, but it's also like, God, it's killing my insides because it's, there's no like super excitement there.
Right.
It's very, and I love it for why it's quiet. But, as an artist, we kind of need to be in that cluttered
Yeah.
mess of movement of city so that you get that push of like, they say the New York people are tough, like hard workers, pushers or whatever. But you haven't met this Florida kid. I work to make sure that like this is what I want to do for the rest of my life.
100%.
I don't want to do anything else other than being able to create and kind of express how I feel through my paintings.
Yeah.
Because not all of us are good at expressing like how we feel or like. Now, mind you, you could see if I'm in a bad mood from a mile away,
100%.
but it's hard to like just speak about it so you can do it through your work.
Right.
So it's the greatest form of expression. I can't write it, I can't sing it. I could do play the piano a little bit, but I can really paint my ass off and express of my mood or
Right.
what I'm thinking. So
Yeah, man, and that's beautiful because that's why I got into art, which is why I encourage as many men as possible to find their medium, right?
Yeah.
Whether it just be painting, whether it be writing, whether it be journaling, going to the gym, something. But we have so many emotions inside of us, man, that need somewhere to go, and we haven't been taught, we haven't been raised with the knowledge on how to deal with that.
Yeah. Or it was just like keep it in.
Yeah,
like
man up.
old school is like man up.
Exactly.
Keep it in.
And
Don't
then,
cry.
and then
You
you
know,
get
like-
like these 6-year-old men that are just so broken inside, but will never talk about it and just like treat it as a normal state of existence. And I see that, and it's like, I don't want that for me. I don't want that
No,
for
dude.
my generation. I don't want that for the generations after us.
No, we're all about movement, all about forward progress, like making things happen, getting things done.
100%.
And I agree with you. Like, it's like I train constantly. I weightlift. I do everything as a routine so that I'm in my own zone because everything else out there is insane.
And beyond our control.
And yeah, it's out of our control. And that's one thing I learned as I got older. It's like
Yeah.
things that are not in your like control, toss them away. Like, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to prove the world turning point that this is not fair.
Right.
It is what it is.
We all know it's not.
Yeah, we all know it's not fair. Like the life is not fair. Yeah, we know.
We know.
And we live it every day. You
Yeah.
know, other people have better opportunities. Some of us got to work 10 times harder just to be as good as the man next to us. Like it's insane. And getting to understand like your placement in this art world or in life, it's a beautiful thing because you start appreciating it more. You know,
Yeah,
like
100%.
if you love yourself, dude, your work is gonna be. I'm my biggest fan. Okay, like my parents, I know they'll say they're, mijo, I'm your biggest fan. I'm my biggest fan. I have to love myself first and love my work in order for me to share it with everybody else.
100%.
You know, and yeah, once I found that out and kind of figured it out, I started smiling more, being happy that my work is being noticed. And,
Right.
you know, people want to see me. People, when you coming out? Dude, I'm in the middle of nowhere. Like, it takes a while for me to get down here.
Right.
But, you know, now that things are more going and, you know, I'm in a better place. And, you know, whether it's my career, which definitely made a career change this year, which, you know, insane. But yeah, it really pushed me to like buckle down. Like I'm 31. I may
Yeah.
not look it. Thanks, mom and dad. But yeah, dude, I noticed like you gotta get off the pot. Like, dude, let's go. Like, get up. Like, get things working. If you're tired, so what? Like, so is the other man. But I guarantee you that person's working. That person's getting another piece done, or that person's training while you're sleeping. Like, dude, it both go hand in hand.
Yeah.
You know?
And you will just end up watching people get ahead of you.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't get me wrong, like, it's all subjective, like what success means to each and every single person. But it's like, you can think about it like this. Like, I play soccer, right? I'm not all that good at soccer, but I think I'm pretty all right. But my lack of practice keeps me stagnant, and I watch dudes that I feel like I was
that
better
are out
than.
there every day, just
Yeah,
and you're like, how is he 6 dribbling like Cristiano Ronaldo? This guy just crossed. Dude, it's the same thing in jiu-jitsu.
It's
dude.
the craziest
Yeah.
thing. And it's like, if you're not growing, you are regressing. You know
For
what I
sure.
mean? Like, you have to continue to practice.
Yeah.
You have to continue to be like, okay, today I am better.
It has to be routine.
It has to
Creating
be.
routines in your life gets you discipline. Once you have that discipline, there's no one that's gonna, do this, do that. No, I got work to do.
Right.
I have a mission. My mission is for people to know me, know my art, and even if they don't really know the full me, how I'm very like isolated and like to do my thing, I have to act to the point where, damn, everybody wants to be around you because they want to see your work. And that's one thing too. It's like, dude, creating routines, even if it's a small checklist. Like, my girlfriend is insane at like getting her goals down of what she wants to not, like vision board, you know, like little notes of like, hey, you're doing this, like keep doing, like,
Right.
dude, she's so good at that, and I'm just this scatterbrain. Like, okay, I got 12 pieces that are not finished. When are we gonna get these done? The pressure of my dad asking, "How far are you on that?" You know, and it's hard because sometimes you're just not in the mood. You're not. You don't have that feeling to create, or
Right.
if you're like thinking about nothing, and you know, as guys, we think about nothing sometimes. It's just empty air up there. I don't want to create in that space where I'm not feeling something.
Right.
You know, like I'll try to doodle, and even my doodles won't even look like doodles. They'll just
Yeah,
be
like I can
you're
feel
going through the motion, and I don't want to
100%.
do that when I create. I want to
100%.
be enthusiastic throughout the whole process, even if I got to take a break from it.
100%. And it's like, now we have that crossroads where it's like, okay, how do I get myself back into that right creative mind? Because I've been there. So many artists that I know have been there when they're in that funk, and it's like, bro, I can make a line right now on this painting. If I'm not in the right headspace, it feels like a lie.
Yeah, it's just like that was misplaced.
Like,
I
hell
didn't
nah.
mean that.
I'm not
Yeah.
touching this no more. But it's like, how do we get ourselves back to that space? And I feel like the systems and the discipline is the only true path, because it's like, okay, like, even if I can't spontaneously create something, at least I know in myself that I did right by myself today.
Yeah.
And art is just always about that true self authenticity. Just like how Frida Kahlo stands the test of time. All those artists stand the test of time because they're
They're
being
authentic.
true,
They're
100%.
true to their own selves, whether people like them or not, whether what they represent. They are true to themselves, and that's what makes them stand out. That's what
100%.
makes you unique. is,
Exactly.
Are you true to yourself? Are you true to the people that like whatever you portray? Are you about that? Like, are you really? Do you really love art, or is this just a facade or a hobby? And that's the difference between me, you, everybody else. Is some people just do it for a hobby, which is fine. Everybody's
okay.
have a hobby. I'm glad that you're creating, but when you use it like a culture vulture and you're just like kind of exploiting it just because you want followers, it's
Right.
like, dude, that's not why we create.
It's
I could
not.
care less how many people follow me. It's how I feel at the end of the day, and I like my work.
Yeah. As
If
long
you
as
don't
I
like
know.
it, like that's how I feel nowadays. I'm like, you don't like my work? Hey, I'm just not your cup of tea. No problem. Like do what you love and create what you love, and there's gonna be people out there that love it. There's 33 something billion people out here.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna love
Someone's
it.
gonna like it.
You're in social media, it goes around the world. At any time, someone can view your artwork on the Explore page that it pops up, and boom. Next thing you know, you've 1,000 followers. 5K,
Right. But it like goes
300K.
back to that playing the social media game
Yeah.
that artists need to figure out. Honestly, an awesome service that would exist. If you're watching this, feel free to take this idea because I need the help.
No.
Bro,
No, I'm
but
just
it's like
kidding.
me knowing how my brain
Don't
is.
cheer it. Don't cheer it. We'll figure this out after.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, bro. I like to just put stuff into the world.
Yeah, of course.
But it's like a social media agency or management for artists, right? I mean, this is kind of what I want to do in the future. Just like, this is kind of a part of it, where I'm sitting here and I'm making content with an artist in a way that feels like authentic and real. Like, I know there's all these hooks and things that you can do to make your social media pop or get your reels blowing. But it's like, if I were to make content, I would also want it to be an art form. I would also
Yeah.
want it to be true.
Well, I mean, look what you're doing now.
True.
You're doing it. What are you talking about, dude?
You're right.
You're sitting here like, oh, I gotta do this and that, but it's like you're doing it right now in front of people. So like,
Yeah.
you're doing it. Like that's the thing we need to understand is like we say that, oh, I want to do this, but like you're actually doing it low key, and you're
You're
just
right.
not putting it in your mindset because you're used to this, but you're doing it,
Yeah.
and you're doing more than me. Hell, my girlfriend. Like I said, she's gonna be my management and everything. She's good at that.
Yeah.
And she feels like it's a good helping hand, and she wants to help me because she's been supporting me since I first met her. She was always infatuated with my work, and wow, that is different. He is
Yeah.
talented.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's we're not all meant to be social media agencies. And
Yeah.
that's my social media agent. Yeah.
Right.
And if y'all need help, message her. Just follow my Instagram. You can message her,
Yeah.
and she will help you on that. She's so good at what she does, and I mean, I'm so thankful that she can handle that stuff because
Yeah.
I just want to be the caveman that paints, dude. That's it.
Yeah, man. And that's why I really have a big appreciation for art professionals because they do the stuff that we are way too right brained to do. I don't
Yeah.
even know if it's right or left brain. That's how
It's a little bit of both.
it's a
but
little
yeah.
bit of both, but it's like they're the people that are awesome curators. They're the people that
Oh,
are
yeah.
awesome grant
They were,
writers.
but see, they're meant to do that. Maybe
Yeah.
they may not be the artist, but they have the vision.
Yeah.
So like some people are blessed with the vision of being able to set up artwork to where it's aesthetically pleasing through the whole audience, which they can applaud themselves the same way we show our work and
Right.
get a group of people that love our work. It's the same feeling. Yeah, they may not have the talent to create, but I guarantee you give them look. People say that, oh, I can't draw a straight line. No, it's just because you didn't practice like I did.
Oh, yes,
You didn't put in the
yes.
time. You drew a crooked line and then said,
Like,
I'm done
I
with
give
this.
up. Yeah.
You can't, like, with anything, you got to try it to see if it's your cup of tea. If it's not your cup of tea, then,
For sure.
you move on.
But it's like I always tell people that creating is more about giving yourself the permission to do so.
Yes.
More than it is about like
Taking the risk.
yeah, man. I mean, again, it's hard for me to perceive myself, right? So, yes, I am doing the thing. And yes, people tell me I'm talented. But it's like I always see it more as I had enough patience with myself to figure this out.
Yeah.
And that's all it's all about. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought that I would end up at this position, but I stayed consistent and kept giving myself the permission and the grace to where, like, if I'm so pissed off that I don't know where to go with this painting, I just step away from it until I have that patience
Yeah.
again.
And dude, that's important because like you start trying to force your work. Ugh. Ugh.
Oh gosh.
Trying to like if you're in a bad mood and you're not in the mood to create, don't create.
Yeah.
Just let it be. Be in your bad mood. Go for a run. Go to the gym.
Do anything.
Yeah, do anything. Even if it's just sit on the TV and just dumb out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, dude, it's seeing that process, understanding it, and loving your craft is key. It is a key thing to become the artist you are, or what you aspire to be. And go forward.
100%, man. The biggest honor that would be to me is for me to inspire at least one other person to create and just go for it.
But you do. You'd be surprised. Like someone could have saw your work at Dr. Funk's and been like, man, you know what? Let me start dabbling into, these color contrast abstracts. Let me get into this. Let me try monochromatic. Let me, when I saw your work, I was like, man, that's a dope background. I need to learn how to do backgrounds like that, because it takes me a while to figure out like what I'm gonna do for a background. Sometimes I'll just have the figure and then just like get so antsy to start working on it, and then just be like, well, what the hell am I gonna do with a background? I didn't think this far. Oh man, I gotta step back 2 weeks and figure out what the idea of this piece was, or what does it mean, and put the right thing in there. Because if not, and it's forced, I mean, it'll look like you put it there instead of it just being there.
Right.
Having that natural effect on it.
Yeah, and the people that like have really good eyes for art, they'll be able to tell. But like for the most part, no one ever sees the stuff that we're tweaking out about. You know what I mean?
I think we're slightly just aliens, to be honest, because we're just
obsession.
It's an obsession, but it's just like this person doesn't see the same thing I see.
Right. I have a completely different relationship with it because I made it from scratch. Like, this is my baby.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
this is my baby.
You have a kid, and it's like they friends from school know him, you feel me? The teachers know him, but no one knows your kid like you.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No one will understand your painting like you. No one will.
100%, man.
Your mood, feeling, no one's going to get... You could tell them, and you could be like, oh, well, I was feeling this way when I was painting this, but it's not really, it's deeper than that.
It's a lot deeper than that. It's a lot bigger than me at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's to the point where I don't even want to tell people, like, what I was thinking, what my painting means anymore.
Right.
Because, like, well, yeah, like, when I'm applying for grants and stuff, I'm going to have to do that anyway.
Yeah, of course.
But as a pure artist to audience relationship, I just want y'all to see what y'all see, feel what y'all feel. And matter of fact, let me know about it. Because you may see something that I do not, even though I made the thing. Right? And that's, like, the real reason that I wanted to make art was just to connect with people.
Nice.
You feel me? Especially in a spot. I started painting in the pandemic. That's, like, the peak of everyone's loneliness. Man. Right? And it's like, bro, like, if I can just get somebody to feel something. Right? If I can just have a conversation
or
based
create
off
a
of
spark,
a work.
right.
Exactly. Like, that is what it's actually all about.
Well, you feel good when other people are like, man, I got to go back and create. I got to start doing what this guy can do, or even figure out my own style.
Figure out your own style, man. Because everybody's visual identity is your visual identity is the biggest thing as an artist, right? And you can start off doing whatever, bro. Like, make stuff like somebody else, but it's like to make something your own,
dude,
is the biggest thing. And I love, like, your artwork and how distinct it looks, like, especially with that Sharpie style, bro, because, like, I don't know, the snobby art people might be like, oh, Sharpie, how primitive. But it's like, who cares?
Well, yeah.
It's about the final product,
exactly.
bro.
Why do you care what medium I like? I'm pretty sure you like the image, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And it's a mix of things because I originally started with illustration, paper, pen. I was very deep into the black ink and gray tones and like that cool like realism style tattoo. Like I was into that. So that's, that always followed me and got my drawing skills to a
Yeah.
point where I was like, oh, I could sketch that on that canvas and all I got to do is add paint to it.
Right.
Okay.
Easy.
And, and with that too, like I didn't just use Sharpie, I did acrylic, Sharpie. I also used spray cans, different materials like floral print.
Yeah.
That wasn't
Wow.
just like me drawing floral print. Like it's like a curtain. Cut a piece of curtain, stretch it out, and then you get that cool print. Like you got to use the things around you, or they want you to be creative. Like we're creatives,
Right.
like we need to create.
Mm-hmm.
But how far are you willing to go to create?
Right.
Like what's your process? Like how do you really hone down something that's like unique, that's not been done over and over and over and over again?
Right. And even when you find your own visual identity, you can't stop there. Like you have to continue to subvert your own tropes, man.
Oof.
You got to continue to keep thinking out the box, or else you yourself will get bored of your own stuff.
Yeah, you'll be stuck in neutral.
You feel
you
me?
won't be getting out of first gear for a long time.
Right, right. Like I had this phase, I think it was at the beginning of the year or something, where I started to allow my artwork to be reviewed by like people that I respect. Shout out Candy Lopez,
There you
right?
go.
Amazing artist. The director of the museum I work at, Bonnie Clearwater. And they saw something that I couldn't. And they're like, you play it safe a lot.
Ooh.
And I'm like,
Uh,
what you mean? It's like, you're a safe artist. I'm like, what does that mean exactly? And they said some stuff that didn't resonate, and I had to go on my own journey to figure out what exactly they were talking about. And the thing is, it's like when you know you're good at something, like you end up playing it the exact same way. It's like, I know this works, so I'm gonna do it this way.
Yeah.
But that robs you of what got you into this to begin with, right? You got into this because you were curious. You got into this because you wanted to try
Yes.
something new. So now that you've tried something new and you've mastered something, are you gonna become a one-trick pony? It's like the NBA. Like, there's no person in the NBA that is only good at one thing anymore,
No.
bro. You have to be a multifaceted talent.
Yeah, you have to be good at everything because it's always constantly revolving. The people keep growing up and becoming artists. Well, last time I checked, now everybody's an artist, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dang, I remember when being an artist was a rare thing.
When
you
it
know,
was
like,
kind of cringe. It's like, oh, so you're broke and are okay
yeah,
with that.
yeah, right. Like you're fine with just being at minimum wage right now. Like,
Yeah.
mind you, I've been blessed with like, doing art and being able to get to that next level and kind of get, a nice. I'm definitely saying a really nice career out of it.
Yeah.
What I'm doing now, but yeah, there was times where I was just like, dude, I was working at the university bookstore, and I was like, am I ever gonna get out of this? I'm too old for this.
Right.
I need to I need to pop off, and it's all in timing. Like
It's all in timing as
all
long as
in
you
timing,
remain
guys.
true to yourself. But also, like, it's not as much you have to be good at everything, but you got to be willing to be bad at stuff.
Yeah,
Too.
you have to not be afraid to mess up.
Right.
Or
make,
to
or make
like,
a bad piece of work,
yeah, no, that,
quote unquote.
I mean, dude, Bob Ross said it best. There's no problem with mistakes.
Yeah,
Like,
they're all happy accidents.
happy accidents. Yeah,
Right.
you never know. I could have thrown paint somewhere, and I might have said, "Oh, that looks like a face."
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and it's like there's so many times where like I tried to do this same formula that I always do, and then I had a mental collapse.
I think artists all have mental collapse
Right,
constantly.
but it's like when I do it within my own artwork, it's even worse because the color blindness is like I won't be able to undo this. There's no undoing this, and then
Yeah.
I have to adapt. And I'm like, wait a second, this brought me to something that I wouldn't have thought of on my own. And once I realized that, then I understood what they were talking about with being a safe artist. Like, I'm trying to do the same thing over and over again.
yeah, you gotta get out that box, dude. You
Gots
gotta-
to.
I mean, do you like? I've seen your work plenty of times, but have you started trying to like add characters, figures, something like in the midst? Like, dude, this will be a cool like swamp painting. dude.
Thank you. Your boy.
It's like an Alice in Wonderland like vibe, dude. Like, I love it.
I gotta take the time and give myself the permission and patience needed to learn how to draw. Because I can draw.
Right.
It's just a very lengthy process.
Right.
And patience is a virtue.
I agree with you, but just do it. Like,
Yeah,
not
you're
do it.
right. What
Just
am
do
I
it,
talking
dude.
about?
Sketch, doodle, even if it's drawn on a post-it. It's
Yeah.
getting practice. It's like the gym. You want to get muscles? Well, you got to be in the gym more
Right.
than once.
Right.
You can't just practice when you want to, because then you're gonna. No offense, like I don't agree with what they say. You're not in a safe mode in this. This
No,
is
no, 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 no.
like,
Dude,
but I understand what they're
I
saying.
understand what they're
They're
saying.
saying that it's becoming a pattern that you just do this,
Right.
and it's becoming something where they're getting used to. Where it's with your art, you don't want them getting used to. Oh, this is what he does.
Right.
Like you want each painting to be like, damn. Oh my, this. Oh, this is a masterpiece. Like, oh.
Thank you.
You
Yeah.
know?
So this year I made it a mission that every single piece I would make would be experimental in some shape
Nice.
or form. So
Good.
that's why I ended my Uzumaki series last year. But I'm still making these spiral paintings
Right.
because I'm not done with that visual style. I just allowed that series to be what it was, and everything else is like pushing me forward to where I can start a new series and be pretty comfortable with it. Do you ever serialize your paintings?
Yes. So I've started doing more theme work now.
Yeah.
Like with my wood boards, like I do printmaking. I do wood cut relief, meaning I draw the image on the board. I have to draw it inversely, and then
Yeah.
I have to carve it, and then roll ink, layer and layer and layer. But yeah, so that one is called Bare Essentials, and it's dealing with different people around the world culturally that have the bare essentials to live, and still we complain about what we have.
Wow.
So like, and then also too, I have a Jaguar piece there. It's more like it. I'm doing different. I'm gonna be doing at least 3 or 4 more different Jaguar boards in different poses, positions, or moods or whatever. And that's like my spirit animal. Like,
Yeah.
from how I was raised, of military style, 100% in or don't, because at the end of the day, if you're just half-assing it, sorry for my language, everyone, but if you're half-assing it, you're prey.
Yeah. There's
And
no
I
point.
will not be food. I will be the prey. I won't be prey. I will be the predator, and constantly being hungry to advance in my work. And it's man, it's a process where you kind of got to figure everything out.
That's a
figure
beautiful
that process
philosophy, man.
Yeah.
That's a
It's
beautiful
killed or be killed, and that's how you gotta kind of go in with it, because
Yeah.
everybody's trying to be a name. Everybody's trying to be the next this, the next that. Like, why can't you just be yourself and grow from that?
Right. Be the first
Like
you.
everybody's trying to like copy this person or who they are. It's like, be you, but you can use their techniques or styles or different things to create your own.
100%.
We all
Everyone's
get
inspired.
influenced by different people. Well, use it. Don't sit there and mask in someone else's stench.
Yeah.
Have your own stench. Dog. Have your own gas that you're gonna ignite. That something's gonna pop.
Facts, bro. Beautifully said.
Sure.
Bro, I'm so glad that you pulled up for this, bro. This is a long time
Dude,
in
it's
the making.
been what, like a year and a half,
It's been-
maybe?
yeah, since I've seen you last.
Yeah,
bro.
dude, it was a while
It's
back.
been a while, and I'm glad that we've both been growing in our own individual
Yeah, for
ways.
sure,
I
man.
feel like we could talk for like another hour. We probably will,
Yeah,
But-
yeah, for sure.
for sure. But
Off
it's-
camera, we'll definitely be
off
talking
cam,
and chopping
off
it
cam.
up.
You
Yeah,
wanna
of
get
course.
some sushi, Kyle? You want some
Dude, I can't have like shellfish or anything like that. Your boy has a weak allergic for it. Dude, if they got chicken or noodles, we're good,
Okay.
dude.
We'll figure this out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah.
But yeah, man, for the time being, this is all the time we have on Miami Community Radio Art Therapy. Listen, if you tuned in, thank you. I love you.
Appreciate it, guys.
I love
We
y'all
love
so
you.
much. Right? And if you didn't get to catch this whole episode, it will be uploaded on Miami Community Radio very shortly. Couple days. I am working on my YouTube channel. Y'all hold me to it. Y'all start pressing me in my
Do
DMs.
more than hold him to it. Blow up his DMs, blow up his emails.
Yeah.
Get to it. And also, too, I'll be on August 29th, I'll be at Dr. Funk's
Oh yeah. Pull up.
rooftop art show
Yes.
at the Atrium Apartments. I don't know exactly because I'm not from Miami, but it's a fun event. Just
It's
bring your
great.
friends, girlfriends, whatever. Have fun,
Yeah. And also, I will be showing my artwork at Plunge Beach Resort.
Let's go.
At Lauderdale by the Sea, right? So if you're free on Friday, what's Friday, the 15th? It's totally the 15th. It's totally the
Dude,
15th.
I don't even look at the
It's
dates.
the
I
15th.
don't
I swear it is. Pull up. It's free. I will have some very small, affordable artworks there. It'd be awesome. But most of all, on the 15th, man, hey, yo, Broward County, Your grant deadline's pulling up. Make sure y'all apply.
Get to it.
Get that money, y'all.
Yeah, might as well.
Shoot your shot. All right. Miami Community Radio, Art Therapy, that Chico, Caesar, Ryan Delgado. I got a whole name, Caesar Dog.
No, it's okay. Trust me, it's okay, big dog. It's been a pleasure. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for the staff for setting this up, and for you hosting. And pleasure, man. It's been awesome. I'll definitely have to come back again for sure.
100%, man.
My boy.
All love, bro.
Thank you.
My guy. Woo, you remind